We're here. We're here. We're here. Yeah, all God, sons of the Most High. We shall all fall. Whether you stand in the 5 points of your body, arm, leg, arm, head, stand erect. What you stand for? What do you stand for? What would you die for? And if you truly would die for, will you live for it? Will you live for it? Yeah, that's deep, right? So the program set for you already. It's already set for you. And there's many levels to it. You ain't gotta sell your soul to achieve. You just have to regain it. You have to claim it. You have to claim yourself. As a blessing in the Most High. You are a blessing. Okay. What's going on, Storm?
Hi, everybody.
Oh, you sounding good in the mic today, okay?
I like it.
Yeah, you like a lot.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. This is $2 Tuesday. That's right, this is $2 Tuesday. How we sounding here? Mic's still a little too loud. Let's turn this down a little bit. Yeah. How sound good to you?
Yeah.
Sound good to you? Okay. Good. It's Tuesday. How was your weekend?
Oh my goodness. I had such a good weekend. I had an amazing time. Doing what I love to do.
Yeah, what was that?
I like being crafty.
Being crafty. Shout out to being crafty. Matter of fact, you know what? We can go ahead and do that right now because I want to give a special shout out to Quest Louisiana, who just had his 4th birthday. So we was all there celebrating for him. Had a great time. Here's a little clip.
Hold on, 1 second.
What's up? Take that out. Wait, take that out if you want. Right. But anyway, let's stop real fast, right? Let's go ahead and give a shout out to Quest because we're supposed to. Stop touching stuff.
Sorry.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Quest. Happy birthday to you.
Carson going crazy. Yeah, but it was great. And these some of the pictures. I don't know, it's taking a little bit of time, but we're gonna do it. Yeah, it's like a little. We ain't worried about that. These some of the pictures that we did. Was taken at the party. And again, if you have a party, you want party thrown. Let's go back. We gotta catch everybody. Yeah, there we go. Obviously, you see me in the corner, chilling in a low cut. But yeah, we had a great time. The kids, the family was there. Man, can't lie. The designs, things that we all put together, the balloon settings. Man, it was a great party. Can't lie. Great pictures. Again, if you need a party done, we do it all. We can do everything, even down to the food. Matter of fact, all you gotta do is pay us and we can throw the whole party you want. And you ain't gotta worry about nothing but inviting people. We got it like that. Get to take these home with your family or whatever, get to see that. But, that's what we had for him. So, shout out to him. Shout out to Quest.
Don't you ever look back.
Matter of fact, let me take this back. Let me take this over here, because I don't like having it over here. That way I can do what I want over this side. And you can do what you want on that side. Okay. Back to us anyway. So, are you crying?
No.
Oh, your eyes are mad watery. So anyway, you want to see what's going on too, right?
No, I just want you to let go for 1 second.
Oh, go ahead.
1.5 seconds. That's what I was trying to do. Thank you.
Yeah, that's cool. But,
Bugging me.
yeah, let me see if I can go ahead and take, because now we got these, working these 2 screens. It's getting a little bit better, but it's getting a little bit, she can't see everything. So maybe I have to get another screen for her so she can see everything on her screen. We got the main screen, and I got my screen, and we can just flip it like that or whatever. But $2 Tuesday. Okay, so I have some things today I want to talk about.
Okay.
And, well, after we did the shout out to Quest, I want to talk about an incident that happened in Baltimore. It was a shooting in Baltimore. I hope that we're not going to have too much of an issue today with it, but let's go ahead and see how it works out. Let's go. Let's get straight into it.
It's an incident that unfolded on East Oliver Street near Washington Street in East Baltimore. An interaction with Baltimore police and 24-year-old Jamon Joyner. The encounter caught on police body-worn cameras. An officer shown on video pressing a handgun against Joyner's head while he was down on the ground, restrained. The video shared Thursday by Joyner's attorneys, Tony Garcia and Jessica Rubin.
What I do?
I got him.
Stop reaching! I ain't reaching for nothing! Stop!
At one point, one officer puts his knee on Joyner's abdomen while his hand is around Joyner's throat. Then, while restrained, another officer, who defense attorneys identified as Detective Connor Johnson, then puts his hand on Joyner's throat. With his other hand, he presses his gun to Joyner's temple, keeping it there for more than 5 seconds. Defense attorneys for Joyner, who was arrested in the Broadway East neighborhood, say police used an unacceptable level of force against their client.
They were basically imprinting fear on him. It was basically very brutal, harsh, basically trying to, in my opinion, stamp fear in him. They wanted him to know that they could kill him if he did not stop.
Defense attorneys also say police did not have any reason to detain Joyner that day because he did not match the description of an armed robbery suspect that prompted the police interaction. The attorneys admit their client did have a gun on him, but it did not have anything to do with the initial engagement. At an unrelated news conference Thursday, Mayor Brandon Scott and Police Commissioner Richard Worley, with reaction to the video and why no police officer involved has been suspended.
You know, as I always say, we investigate everything thoroughly, and any action that should be taken will be taken.
Had I been in that position that officer was in, you're scared, you're fighting for your life because you don't know what he's going to do. So the officer did some things, we'll investigate it, and no, I'm not concerned that he's not suspended because he was out there doing his job.
The consent decree BPD policy is very clear. The totality of the circumstances should have dictated what happened during that interaction. He didn't follow the rules. He didn't follow guidelines. He didn't follow policy. So when the commissioner is saying he was just doing his job, I strongly disagree. This was an unhinged tactic.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another.
I don't sheesh. What you think? Don't take him off the force. Basically condone it. And I think, don't they just have like the first black governor or something they got out there? Or mayor or something they just got? Not the mayor. Baltimore though. What is it?
Wow.
Yeah, this is the type of
Shout out to Dave in the building and shout out to Flashback in the building.
Yes, sure. Shout out to Mike, man. Mike in the building as well. Let me see. Zika in the building. Who else in the building, man? Hey, listen, shout out to everybody that's in the building right now. We got to give you a horn, give you a shout out. But yeah, we got, this is the type of stuff that's going on. I got some other stuff for you, though. I want to just go ahead and get up out of here. It's not.
Other video.
For some reason, today we're going to have we're having little glitches or whatever, but it is.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Okay, we're going to subscribe, baby. Come on. You know what we can do? We can just go ahead and jump over there.
Love the hat, he said.
What? I mean, I'm trying to do something a little different. You feel me? Lawsuit with Diddy. Seen about that? You heard about the
I
Diddy?
did hear that there are more.
These aren't people
coming out.
Stealing Hyundai Santa Fe.
I don't know what that is, but anyway, yeah. Let's go ahead and check Diddy out real fast. Let's go ahead and hear what they gotta say. We got some. I gotta move this over here. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Can't do it. You gotta be able to just watch it from over there. But yeah. Let's go ahead and just tap into this real fast and see what they talk about with Diddy, the diddler.
6 lawsuits accuse Combs of raping men and women and molesting a 16-year-old boy. Lawsuits were filed anonymously by 2 women and 4 men. The accusers are part of what lawyers say is a group of more than 100 alleged victims in the process of taking legal action against Combs following his sex trafficking arrest last month. Combs has pleaded not guilty and remains in jail without bail. No comment from Combs' lawyer on the new lawsuit.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7.
Oh, this nigga did not just try to give a punch out.
He did.
Yes, he did just try to give a punch out. He's not getting that, but nah, we got some more. Pull this up for me. Matter of fact, take the keyboard. Yo, they got Diddy right now on six charges. Well, 6 new. I think it's 6 males or 6 people. 2 of them are juveniles or some crazy. Yo, this is crazy. We need to get into this though.
I don't know what you want me to look up.
What I just right there. Hold up, let me pull it up. I got that. I can't get my mic. All right, chill. We good. All right, here we go.
What you want me to look up?
Pull up Diddy's new charges because that wasn't the video. But we're gonna get into that. That's what we're gonna do because this is interesting. We're waiting. We're waiting. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Matter of fact, let's do this. I want y'all to hear something while we're fixing this. Listen to the song. You tell me what you think about it.
Nigga like me keep connected. Niggas like me just a call away. Niggas like me don't got time to play. Niggas like me gonna regulate. Niggas like me in another dimension. Niggas like me moving state to state. Niggas like me eat off different plates. Walk off of me, niggas seal your fate.
Nigga like me only talk what I know. I plant the seeds, if you water they grow. No time to preach, I'm just letting you know. I'm on a mission, my story is different. If you pay attention, you'll understand more. 2 ears and 1 mouth, so please listen close. I speak the truth, yeah, it's just how I go. Lord be my witness, can see through a vision with principles lifted to release your soul. I got a passport, I travel the globe. You got no easy pass, stopping at tolls. You got the vapors, you envious haters. Your DNA makeup is X chromosomes. Supposed to be XY, but boy, you a hoe. Back up the back door, strike if you throw. I bat 100, I'm here if you want it. And yeah, I got sliders that head to your home.
Niggas like me keep connected. Niggas like me just a call away. Niggas like me don't got time to play. Niggas like me gonna regulate. Niggas like me in another dimension. See niggas like me moving state to state. Niggas like me eat off different plates.
Niggas like me never like to chill. Niggas like me, I'ma keep it real. Niggas like me, when I spit, it's ill. Niggas like me, I'ma touch a mill. Niggas like me, just gotta have it. Niggas like me wear a different fabric. Niggas like me can't change like addicts. Niggas like me got different habits. This is my life, I'm gonna take control. Same young nigga just got a little old. Stay back and forth, always touching the road. Life hit different when your heart turn cold. People be watching, they steady assuming. Watch how I set, I keep on improving. She got what a winner, got tired of losing. Shorty got motion, she bumping and grooming. Time no stop, few stay scheming. They come and they go, just like the cedars, I'm hotter than hot. I'm really a demon, my girl really miss. People think that she reeking. Feel me, not rich, so I gotta keep eating. Thought he was cold, now he calling it deep. And I said what I said, better watch how you speaking. I gotta stay woke, and the world keep on sleeping. Niggas like me, I'ma keep it real. Niggas like me never like to chill. Niggas like me, when I spit, it's ill. Niggas like me gon' touch a mill. Niggas like me just gotta have it. Niggas like me wear a different fabric. Niggas like me can't change like addict. Niggas like me got different habits.
We got it now.
Shout out to Yoko.
Shout out to Yoko.
That was definitely a
We got this. Listen, don't worry about it. Don't mind us. But most of the time, we mostly have these problems. But we're just having problems with the internet working for some reason, and we are in with Ethernet. So let's go ahead and see what we got over here. Let's go.
Combs has been hit with multiple new lawsuits accusing him of sexual assault against 6 people, including a minor. The man alleges that Combs.
You know how they be trying to do us.
Fondled his genitals when he was 16 in 1998. Lawyer Spady accuses a part of a group of more than 100 alleged victims who are in the process of taking legal action against the 54-year-old in the wake of his sex trafficking arrest last month. Mr. Combs has pleaded not guilty to racketeering, conspiracy and sex trafficking charges.
He's doing fine. Dr. King called it the law of unintended consequences. So sometimes the more you push a person down, the stronger they get. And so he's making an adjustment. He had his family here today to support him. We're really an end to all of the clowning that we see on the internet. It's a serious procedure.
Listen, you know it's because of what we're talking about that they're messing with us.
It is what it is. I'm not going to keep playing videos if they're going to keep doing us dirty like that. It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense.
Consequences.
But you know what we can just go ahead and talk about it because we don't need videos to do a podcast any darn way. I just like to give it to you with the news because this is the reaction news report. And, you know, so you want to give you reaction news and give you the news feel, but sometimes they just don't want to hit you where you want to get hit. But let's talk about this though. Have you been on to what's going on with Obama? Okay, so all right. So recently, Obama had spoke in Pennsylvania, and he's got a lot of backlash based off of what he had to say about black men. I mean, basically, his message to black men is basically saying like we need to come out here and vote, like.
Okay.
And I mean, me personally, I get what he was doing, but yeah, at this point in time with the climate that was already going on, I don't think that was a cool thing to do. Like you're doing a fatherly suggestion to all black men.
Okay, like he was trying to be like.
They basically saying like we need to get our minds right. How can we vote for Trump? We need to worry about because his basic thing he was saying was like we're not ready to have a woman in the presidency. Or I guess you want to say a black woman in the presidency because it wasn't like that when it was for Hillary Clinton. So I didn't understand. I knew what his message was, and that there's a lot of black men that are speaking out and saying like, listen, we know about all the stuff that you don't like about Trump. We don't like it either. Cool. We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about what's going to benefit for us and what's working for us, right? And what we feel is going to work for us. And if we like what he's saying based on policy or anything that deals with being basically voting him in as a president or Republicans in that system, that we're not being black, basically. Because that's how it felt to me. I'm trying to pull this out so you can see it, but again, this is how it is with YouTube sometimes. But see if I can go grab it over here. See if we can grab it. Did you hear some content since you haven't seen it yet? Which is actually pretty good that you didn't see it, so we can get your raw reaction from it. Let me see if I can get some play from this. Let's see, this is going on. What's this? Let me see if I can get some play.
This really broke my heart. And staying with the U.S. presidential election, former President Barack Obama has opened a can of worms after he lectured black men to vote for Kamala Harris while speaking in Pennsylvania last week. America's first black president had some frank discussions with young black voters who could play a crucial role in this year's election.
I don't know, for some reason it doesn't let us play it that way.
The entry of women, particularly women of color, in corridors of power, Barack Obama's words managed to touch a raw nerve. Though most black men agreed to President Obama's sentiments, some made some rather strong objections. Our next report brings you more.
Former U.S. President Barack Obama has found himself on the wrong side of American voters, particularly black men. Last week, the 44th President of America gave a blistering performance in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Speaking in the swing state, Obama called on men and black men to vote for Kamala Harris.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. I've noticed this especially with some men who seem to think Trump's behavior, the bullying and the putting people down,
is a sign of strength. And I am here to tell you that is not what real strength is. Real strength is about working hard and carrying a heavy load without complaining. Real strength is about taking responsibility for your actions and telling the truth even when it's inconvenient. Real strength is about helping people who need it and standing up for those who can't always stand up for themselves. That is what we should want for our daughters and for our sons, and that is what I want to see in a president of the United States of America.
And that wasn't it. As Barack Obama continued to open a bigger can of worms after addressing the crowds from the podium, he spoke to a group of black men separately.
How are you?
He urged them to embrace women in power and pick Kamala Harris as their next president.
I'm going to go ahead and just speak some truths, if you don't mind. Yes. Because my understanding, based on reports I'm getting from campaigns and communities, is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. And you're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses. I've got a problem with that because part of it makes me think, and I'm speaking to men directly now, part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that.
But the lecturing didn't stop there.
Now, see, that was the thing I didn't necessarily agree with. But I'm not knocking him for that, but I don't agree with him saying that.
No.
Nah, because I mean, of course, you're gonna always find somebody who's gonna fit that category.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna find somebody to fit any category you speak on. But I haven't been around any black men that I associate with or spoke to who didn't maybe agree with her, feel like they wouldn't vote for her just for the fact that she's a woman. Now, I did make the joke when there was a joke that was made where they had a lady, they had asked this white lady about, you know, Trump said he grabs females by the coochie and he da-da-da-da, this, that, and the third. And she responded back, which was slick. She responded back, said, I would rather have a president who would grab me by the coochie than have one in the office, basically. She used the P word, though, for both of them. So that was her feeling, right?
Yeah.
So that's a woman. And there's other women that feel the same way. So I didn't think that was
So Dave said,
good, but, you know.
Dave said America has always ruled under misogynistic leadership.
Indeed.
I will be shocked if a female becomes president of the United States. Never mind a 7-Eleven Indian.
Oh my God.
That's what Dave said.
Well, I'm saying, listen, based on research, there hasn't been a definitive breakdown fully. But again, like me, at some point I would have, you know, like all the accusations and things being brung up, and there's a lot of things that come up that just kind of look a little funny and fishy. But at the end of the day, that has nothing to do with her as a president. We just understand that her, Obama, Trump, Bush, all of them, we know that all of them are still a face for the system. It doesn't matter which one of them win. Whatever agenda needs to be passed is going to be passed. All of this is just passiveness for us to stay in tune, to be enslaved into what we think is freedom and democracy. This is a republic. This is what this was built on, a republic, and this is what they're trying to keep it, a republic. And being a Democrat, being liberal, and fighting for others, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But this is what it is. If they're only allowing you to do something that's going to harm people in the long run, then are you really benefiting those people? So collectively, me being older, looking at these things, I'm not for either side. Again, I'm not one who's even thinking it pertains to even voting for this whole situation, because I don't want to cast my vote to either demon, because I don't believe in either one of them. Certain things that I agree that this person might be able to do better than this person, but overall, I see things happening like storms on our soil, our people looking like You know, it's the white version of New Orleans when it happened. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't doing nothing. We seen helicopters you showed Thursday where the helicopters were actually blowing their food away. Like, this is happening while Biden is the president, while Trump is down there, while Kamala is down there. This is still happening. These are big corporations. We're arguing about money, and then we're watching their helicopters blow away the things that civilians like us brung to go help, right? So these are the type of things I look at and realize that no matter who you vote for, the system is fucking us over completely, and that's just what it is. So.
And you dropped it before 7.
I did. So what? But that's the type of stuff, like, for me, that's the type of things that in the back of my mind that sit with me. These are the type of things that I think about. Like, as a grown-ass man that's living out here, I know that no matter what, I'm old enough to see that the system is falling apart. Not from today, since I've been growing up, I've seen it change. I've watched it change. So the elders before me watched it change. Just the elders before still believing in the system, and we're going like, nigga, my generation's going like, nigga, like, this system don't care about us. Like, you're all arguing for the same system that's doing the same exact thing no matter what. Look at the long run, no matter who's in office. Well, it was good this year. Well, look, Trump is winning because when he was in office, it was great. Well, he had the worst turnout job rate. Well, it was the COVID, and he got hit with the COVID. That's why that happened. Okay, cool. But either way, does it make him a better president? The border. Does it make him a better president? Does it make Kamala the better president? Because either way, the people that are sitting behind all of this, that's making these decisions, all these big corporations that donate to these people, that's who they are owned by. They're owned by this big money that's coming in. We're so happy that they're getting hundreds of millions of dollars. Where do you think it's coming from? Who gives their money to somebody just because they just believe in their gift and they're not getting nothing in return? So again, we know what the big system is. We watch it with sports. We watch it with everything else, wrestling. We see that it's all not real and fake. When people gonna wake up and realize that this whole system is fake, just like the money we use is fake. That's what I'm saying. I think that's what's important. I think that's what we need to be talking about when we start talking about politics and anything else. Let's talk about what's actually happening to us. Let's find out why we're actually having these wars and going to wars right now in Iran and Israel. And what is this all about? And why are we even there in the first place?
Yep.
Why are we saying we're giving you 30 days? We're giving you a 30-day notice that we're going to stop this, and if we don't stop, and if we don't, there might be serious repercussions. We just said that we deadlocked with them already. Which one is it? That sounds like something they did to pacify the people. Where America's putting their foot down, gave them 30 days. Okay, you got 30 days to ram rump and start some shit, but we're going to support you is what we're saying no matter what. Especially if Iran get in. So then how is this all happening? Why is this all happening? Why are we involved in it? We involved in the Ukraine war. They're not talking about none of the African wars that's going on that we're involved in. We're involved in a lot of wars. We have no money, but we have a whole bunch of money now. All of a sudden we can give out $25,000 to first home buyers and $6,000, and this, we have the funds. Where these funds been at then? Why they have to stop? See, this is what I look at when I'm tired of people arguing about politics. I think politics is trash. That's just my personal opinion on it. Yep. But I mean, if somebody please, what you think? What you think?
I just, like I said, I feel like day by day it is, one leg up for her, one leg up for him, and it's just interesting to see where it's gonna go, because at the end of the day, I don't know. I can't say for sure who's gonna be in office. I think I know.
Who you think's gonna be in office?
Honestly, I think a lot of people are gonna make Trump in office.
Yeah, I feel that too, but I still in the back of my brain know that.
Are doing it just like as a I think a lot of people are voting for him just like as I hope he gets in. You know what I mean? Anything's a black her.
There's definitely a part of people who are definitely into that zone. They are definitely there with it.
But then again, I believe that a lot of people are like, oh my God, it'd be really freaking cool if we had another, or excuse me, not another, but we had a woman president. I said another because right now, even though he's president, I get it, but.
See, we're talking about, but that's the aesthetics of politics. We're not even talking about policies or anything. We're just saying
I'm saying, but I'm giving you that. I'm not giving you a base off of policies. I'm giving you off of what a lot of people are gonna go off of,
I agree
which
with
is popularity.
I agree.
A lot of people are not even looking at the policies. They're just talking about the name. Period. Donald Trump or Kamala Harris. I don't care what she's done. I don't care who she's prosecuted. I don't care who she's, made the decision, the deciding vote in how many different laws that were passed. I don't care about that. I just don't want her to win.
It definitely people like
Donald
that.
Trump, he likes to grab females by the toti. He likes to go do this. He's a pervert. He's a felon. He's this. He can't be president again. We're going to vote for her. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people who are just looking at the outside and not doing their due diligence and looking in the inside to find out who really is best for the people.
Yeah, I mean, I personally feel like Kamala she's just a ruse. She's put there. I feel like look at her running mate Tim Walz. We've seen that he does not deserve to be sitting there at all. But these are the people that we have to pick to defeat him. And that's the people going, do we want to go here against him? At least we know 4 years of him in the office what it can do. No matter what you say, you can't say too much bad about what the economy was when he was in office. You can't. Everybody was happy. You just can't. You can say that Obama ushered it in. He definitely did. And Trump didn't fuck it up. He kept pushing, put some tariffs out there, got us some money in, and he had a pretty good season. It was
a lot of people would argue that he did mess it up.
Yeah, but you can't. Because anything you bring up, I'm just saying, statistic-wise,
I know what you're saying.
you can only go until when it was COVID. He was doing pretty good, and it doesn't have to be that he was in control of it. It was coming in good regardless. You can still give it to Obama if you want to, just for the sake of argument. You can say, look, Obama ushered that in from coming through the housing crisis of 2008. And he was bringing it up and bringing us out of that, and then Trump stepped in, and even all the antics that he went, because what Trump did was he did what the Democrats do to us. Democrats go directly to black people, and Trump said, you know what, we're missing this market. He went to the poor niggas, the poor white niggas. That's all he did. He marketed to the poor white nigga. That's it. You feel me? That's all he did. He made the poor white nigga feel great. Spoken for. The hillbilly came out. The hood, their type of hood people, you know what I mean? They came out. And so that's all he did. But in reality, we looking at the spectrum of business and circumstances, it wasn't really a bad system when he was in. It wasn't. We just didn't like the way that he was. At first, it was for some of us, it was just great to see him stick it to the man, because we're watching a businessman argue against the government. We know he's not a politician. That's really what it was for me, is that he's not a politician. Because he's not a politician, he like the rest of us, whether you're a drug dealer, whether you're a homeowner, you're a businessman. He comes from the businessman aspect. We know that he was rich, his dad gave him $3 million, put him on. We ain't arguing none of that. But we're just saying his mindset is a shrewd businessman who's gonna get things popping. And we like to see him go against the same people we see every year. He was calling out the Bushes, man. I seen you on payroll. I already know about you. It was great to see. The aesthetics of that was great to see, and it won him over. A lot of us, I don't even think he thought he was going to actually win, but all of it won him over. Same thing he did with The Apprentice. It won him over. But what did he do that was actually bad for the community, for the people in the 4 years he was in? Besides making us look crazy, politic-wise, I can't think of anything that he actually stopped. He argued a lot of shit. He was going to take away Obamacare, but you notice how he ain't touch it. Nothing happened to it. He could do everything else, but he couldn't touch Obamacare. But he can change Roe versus Wade. Come on, man. Y'all gotta do a little bit. Y'all gotta do your thing. You gotta think a little bit, man. People aren't thinking. They're getting caught up in who the actual president is going to be, and it's not the president. It doesn't make a difference. But for sure, we know that Trump's going to go in there and do his asshole shit, and a lot of people rather see that than not knowing what they're seeing over here. That's what the argument is. But I do feel a little special twing for some reason, even though Kamala's been having a little bad run Kamala's had a bad run with her interviews and things. Trump has been saying some stupid shit real lately, right? And we're almost at that tipping point where now everybody's got to take it serious, because now we're almost at the point where you actually have to vote. And now you have to knuckle down and take it serious. That's why Obama came out. Obama's reaching to get black men who he's reaching for black men who feel just like that. He ain't reaching for every black man, but he's reaching for black men who feel like that, right? That's why I said I didn't take it personal, but I thought it was a bad thing to kind of in this climate of mind states where everybody's so fragile right now. It's like right before the hard-boiled egg when you're boiling it, right before it actually gets to that point, it's right there. So I didn't think it was cool, but at the end of the day, if it works, it's effective. But at the end, we're not getting nothing from these people. No. They're going to go to war with Iran. They're going to send our troops, our sons, our daughters over there to go fight. They will go over there and fight. We're bombing people who don't have nothing to do. Israel just bombed. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me see if I can show you. See if everything's gonna fall back into perspective with us since we let it rock for a while. Let's see what they do. Let's go to this.
To a number of unnamed
Well, maybe they're not all the way through.
U.S. officials. Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, may have heeded calls from the United States to limit Israel's attack on Iran after that unprecedented ballistic missile attack by Iran on Israel on the 1st of October. Now, a number of reports are saying that Netanyahu has given his promise to the U.S. that he will not strike oil nuclear facilities in Iran, but rather focus on military targets when this retaliation does take place. Now, this comes as heavy airstrikes are continuing right across Lebanon. We do understand, according to the IDF, that over the past 24 hours, the military has hit more than 200 targets. Here's what we heard from Netanyahu on that.
I want to clarify, we will continue to strike Hezbollah without mercy everywhere in Lebanon, including Beirut. Everything is according to operational considerations. We have proven this recently, and we will continue to prove it in the coming days as well.
Well, this comes as international condemnation is growing in the wake of an Israeli airstrike in the northern Lebanese town of Aitao. This is a predominantly Christian area. According to the United Nations, at least 22 people have been killed, others injured. These people were reportedly displaced. They were sheltering in a home. And this is an area that has not been struck before last night's strike. Now, we did hear from a UN humanitarian spokesperson speaking in Geneva just a few hours ago, who came out to say that about half of the victims in this strike were women and children. Still no comment from the IDF. But in terms of what's happening on the ground here in Israel, there's been also an attack on a major highway about 24 miles south of where I'm standing, near the port city of Ashdod. We do understand that one policeman has been killed, a number of other people injured when a gunman got out of his car and began opening fire on other vehicles on Highway 4. Sarah Coates, Scripps News, Tel Aviv.
So yeah, just looking at that, that's the type of stuff that I'm talking about that America does not give two shits about. They bombed, killed 22 people actually, and it actually was a Christian. Where the Christians were at, the Christian believers were at. So we support that, Americans. Understand, everything that's happening over there, they see us as supporting that. You know, the same fake scare we had with the Bin Laden thing. It's the same thing that they're promoting right now to those people over there. They're gonna fear, hate us because we are supporting all of this. And no matter what the UN says in the council, how many people have wanted to bring charges up, we're still the mighty company standing saying we're deadlocked with you guys, headstrong. So I don't think that 30-day thing that they gave was about anything other than pacifying the people. I don't think that the government gives a hell about us at all. At all. They're bankrupting. They're going to bankrupt the nation, and then we're going to end up going into what people forgot Biden brung in was cryptocurrency, and we're going to end up in a cryptocurrency. This is what I feel. This is my thesis on what's happening. You know, when they some people like to say the New World Order, the One World Nation, or whatever it is. For America, in order for that to happen, America must fall, and America's going to fall financially. We spend money on things that we don't need. We're supporting things that we don't need to be involved in, or we need to shut down. Sometimes America needs to be a bully, and we're not with that at all. Well, all right, then you tough, do your thing. You have a lot of people who don't like what's happening in Gaza and how this is erupted into more. And we learned a lot about the history. It wasn't just about whatever the date was that they came over and took those 15,000 or 1,500 people or killed those children, because they had nothing to do with none of this. Again, they were partying and minding their business. But when that happened, it forced us to go find out why. And when people started looking, we started realizing about an apartheid. Most people knew nothing about any of this, right? Nobody cared. So sometimes you have to do something radical to get the attention of the world and others to show that there's a harm or an injustice going on, right? That's what the civil rights movement was about. But of course, we didn't make it through that. We fell victim, took jobs. So we are where we are. And that's the truth about your government that we live in. We live under. Now, again, we do live in a government that provides us with a lot of things. So I'm not going to say that I'm not grateful, because we could be living somewhere else. But everywhere else isn't bad. I know people who live right on the shore in nice bungalows, 4 or 5 story bungalows, chilling, living their like days out on the beach, eating coconut, cracking eggs and shit like that. So again, you can live in other places and do other things. But I don't know. I just have to call a spade a spade. If we are a mighty country, we are the people. Then us, the people, we have a right. The strikes is happening. They're not happening for no reason. Think about it. They're striking right now. They're trying to make a point, right? We're going to hold them hostage like everybody else is holding you hostage, America. America's falling apart. I seen your mouth move, but you said nothing. What you said? Oh, why you ain't just hit the button?
Been muted.
Why you ain't hit the button then? You just wanted to let me rant?
I didn't even realize I was muted.
Oh, so yeah, okay. So what do you think though? Anything? I don't know. I'm drawing up a conversation, but nothing much.
Nah,
so I'm just going to I'm spitting my views on Tuesday since they're not allowing us to do our show.
Yeah, I think that it's sad what's going on. I seen a video from Erica Mena that she posted, and she was like, I know I'm going to get shadow banned for this or whatever. She was like, it's already happening to me, but look at what's going on. And she posted like raw video of the bombing. And I was like, whoa. I wasn't ready for that. Of what you were just talking about.
You gonna pull it up?
I just told you they banned it.
Oh, they banned it already?
Mm-hmm.
Again, man, listen. They were speaking on how Israel is now pushing into. But what people don't realize, and I broke this down to you maybe 2 weeks ago, what Israel is doing is, because they don't want to lose no soldiers as they should. Like I'm just watching a war. I don't agree with their tactics and what they're doing, but I'm watching a war. They're bombing and clearing out an area. Yeah, I see it. They banned it.
Yeah.
Removed the post. Yeah.
She posted it. She said, and the quote from her post is, "I've already been shadow banned for speaking up on this, and that's okay. But this will never be okay. How can the world sit back knowing this is happening and stay silent? So many people are silent. How this was a hospital with people on life support, mainly children trying to survive, and they're being burnt alive." And when I tell you the raw video, I was not ready for that. I was like, whoa. And I had to like scroll up, and then she posted that, but of course this app really a part of the problem along with our government, and it says we've removed your post.
That is a fact. We've seen with the government, just the government, forget other corporations, but what the government can do with social media, how they can push and pull and put people into submission. You see, they stop. You're not talking about TikTok anymore. Mm-hmm. You see how we're not talking about TikTok anymore? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we see Elon Musk took over Twitter.
Yeah.
We see what's happening. So
we know, but a lot of people are not, as she would say, woke.
Yeah, the younger generation don't have no clue. The middle generation, which I would just say us, the younger for our kids, not the younger generation, but for those that's in their 30s and 40s, we're the ones that can see this, right? We're the Generation X baby can see all of this. We can see this. I'm a Generation X baby. I can see this. You're a Gen what?
I don't know.
It was after X, Y. Gen Y? Is it Gen Y, baby?
I don't know.
What was Gen X? Gen X was to win.
I don't know, but do not put me out there.
I said you was a Gen X baby. Anyway, see, that made me lose my train of thought.
Good. You was about to go there.
Nah, what was I about? No, listen. Nah, I really feel like Like at this point, as humans or human beings, I don't care what you believe in or anything, but just talk about what you know living on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Right? We can't keep, as a people, we're not, the people aren't supporting what's going on, but people still look as if we're supporting if we allow it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're watching these other places do uprisings and stand up and making moves and saying, look, this is what we need. We're watching, even like I said, even the dock workers like, yo, we ain't playing with y'all no more. We about to put the economy up. So with all of this stuff that's happening, I'm saying as a human looking at America going, yo, all this is nothing but a bunch of businesses around me. It's nothing but a bunch of businesses. And this one business, which is the government, is supposedly the nucleus of everything else that's around it. But the problem is that they're not, because they have to do business with other places. If we're outsourcing our more than we're in, then we're, I mean, you know, if we're bringing in importing more than we're exporting, then that's a deficit, right? If we find ourselves relying on the rest of the world to take care of most of our daily needs, that's a problem. We just seen what Israel did with Iran with the walkie-talkies and the bombs and the phones. We're outsourcing as much as they want to claim that they're scared of China. Man, all this stuff is an alliance, is an allegiance of big business people with money, not these presidents. These presidents aren't big money. They're not big money. They work for big money. That's the most intriguing thing about Trump. That's what people don't realize, is the fact that he's one of them. He's not a politician. He's one of them businessmen who don't care. The same ones that's taking Diddy down right now when you cross them with business. He's one of them. He's one of them. Universal Music, what they talking about, Leo Cohen over here at YouTube, how he's moving around, and what's the old guy Diddy was sleeping with, Clyde Davis, they say he was sleeping with. These other people and these corporations who are running things. People are starting to hear about what Blackwater is, BlackRock is, what these companies are, that they control a lot. And even when we know this, we still can't even believe how much of a program this is.
Mm-hmm.
We still don't want to believe it. No, we are a part of a program. America's about getting money. And the rest of us is nothing but the battery pack, like the Matrix. We're the little bulbs. Our work effort is what pays for these taxes. Our kids are paying for taxes that they ain't even alive for. And we think it's okay. But at one point, America used to fight and go to war over taxes. Hell, we went to war over tea. Like, America went to war over some 3% tax on the tea. So this is why I know America. I know that we soft. I know that we soft. I know that we don't have, and the leaders that people like me that know and understand this, we're the ones we'll never make it to the top. Criminal backgrounds. We don't have all the perks and things that y'all claim that y'all want. That's why niggas like Donald Trump. He dirty. He's a second-class citizen. That's the thing with black people. If you want to say black men, the ones that's like me, not all black men, but there's a group like me that's like, yeah, I'm glad he doing this shit. Yeah, when they don't like you, they hunt you down. They hunted that man down because he was getting some pussy. Same shit they did to Clinton, because he getting some pussy. Same tactic, same game. Mm-hmm. J. Edgar Hoover being a transsexual. I mean, what are we talking about? What was he? What, will you change clothes? What's that? He ain't changed his sex. He changed his clothes. What do you call when you change your clothes?
Cross-dresser.
He's a cross-dresser. Shit. Okay. See what I'm saying? though? This is nothing new. This is nothing new. This is all a game, bro. This is the rules. And the Democrats, all they had was their best decision making was Kamala. That was their best decision making. Not that she's a woman. She's just not ready. That's all. She's not ready. Not because she's a woman. She's not ready. I like Clinton's wife, Hillary. I like Hillary. I liked Hillary. Hillary
you
just
think
was
she would have made a good president?
I think Hillary did a great job. I think because Hillary has some, she come from that disrespect to her husband, her family. She was coming for some throats, and that's what they didn't want her ass in there for, because they knew she was gonna come for some throats. And it was like, nah, we gonna give you this African white man. We gonna give you him. Call him a nigga. Oh my God. That's what they did. Listen, man. Now what they doing? What do you think they doing with her? Why you think they playing with her lineage so much? They trying to, when they get mad it's not working, they going to try to expose their own game. Oh, she comes from a long line of Irish slave owners. Well, yeah, I wouldn't want nobody to know that shit either if I did, but so what? It's over with. I mean, like, that's why I couldn't vote for neither one of them. I think voting is stupid at this point. I know our forefathers fought for it. They fought for the right to be able to vote for something that we can't get what we want regardless of the fact. That's all. Our forefathers fought to be a part of a system that didn't want you in the first place. And now every 4 years they come to you and tell you need to be somewhere. And good slaves, we gonna follow that good old blue. We can't, anything you see other than that, it gotta be because you don't like a woman. Yeah, she ain't black. It can't be just for the fact like, yo, we just tired of bullshit. We gonna try something different. That's what I'm saying. I'll speak for me though. I ain't speak for everybody else. But everybody, you know, everybody to each his own, but you, nothing.
He's in a rant today. I'm gonna let him go.
Yeah, well, you know, they stopped the show today. And so I get to do what I would normally do anyway. And,
I know,
and we'll
that's
talk.
right.
The only bad part is that, you know.
But what else did you have in line that you can go and not have to show videos?
Honestly, because the show is nothing but is a reaction news show, they're all videos. And we branch off the videos. So, you know, like my daytime when we talking and shit, like when we doing this without the cameras or whatever, it's cool. But like for Tuesday night being live, it's about the cameras, it's about the show. But since we couldn't have it, I just do what I do best. And I start attacking politics and things that I feel that are necessary that we need to think about. Just think about, not to say take my opinion and run with it, but think about it. Something to think about, that's all.
It's a lot to think about.
That's it. And I'm speaking, that goes to both sides. That goes to anybody that's a Republican, who's a dick rider of Trump, or anybody who's sliding on the slips for this girl. Either way.
I can't say that.
Either way. But I just don't even like the fact that because if I'm a black man and I don't agree with her, that something's wrong with me. Shut the hell up. Like, you sound dumb. But it's only in social media. I don't see that in real life. That's what Bootsy said when he said that, yo, gay people love me. He said, y'all hate me online, but in the streets, they love me. Like, that's the point. That's why I don't care. Like, it ain't about what people think. Because listen, we all have the opportunity to speak on what we feel, and address things. Hey, listen, you can call me. You know my number. You can call in. Listen, go ahead and go to, if you want to call in, just go ahead and go straight to the messenger and go tap in to call in if you want to call in. You can just make it that simple. Somebody want to call in. But, because it felt like you was like trying to.
What?
I don't know.
I got the chills because that shot hit me right. Woo! Hey, don't bullshit me. That's my throat is on fire right now.
Oh, you know what? I'm done drinking my juice here. Can I have something?
That was good, Pai, you know.
Yeah, it was. It was good. It was great. No, but no, I wanted to play certain things I wanted to put up here and speak about. Like I had some clips.
Well, maybe let's just see if we don't talk about that stuff. Let's just see if it plays.
Nah, it's not that. It's being honest. Honestly, it's not like that. It's not that. But you got to think like this is Tuesday. Nah, but it's Tuesday. It's peak time. Sometimes it does it. Sometimes it doesn't. Again, we're straight in ether core, so we know that we're getting straight internet. So that would have nothing to do with us at all. That would just have to do with Facebook, or maybe just for the fact that we're on two different systems. So it could be. But either way, like I said, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, so definitely chime in and see us either way. But you okay?
Yes, sir. Are you okay?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Just doing what you asked me to do.
Oh, shout out to you. Anything going on with you though? We talking to a regular podcast.
No, not really.
Anything going on in life that you think is relevant or speaking on that you've heard about that you wanted to speak on, you find relevant?
Well, I have some stuff saved up for my show.
I'm not about your show. I don't want to talk about your show.
Said I have some stuff saved up for my show, so I don't want to talk about
I don't want you to talk about that.
But it was some good points that I really wanted to bring up, and I was hoping you didn't touch on it and you haven't yet, so good. But I did see a lot of coverage about the Trump being a weenie, they say now, and him being a crybaby and going on these rants about Kamala and like
that's all he does.
But it's been like more like demasiado, like just too much already. You know what I mean? Like you're not even focusing on what's important, so you're starting to excuse me, guys.
Yeah, he doesn't speak on policy.
Yeah.
He just he doesn't speak on policy.
So
he just tells you what he's going to do.
Do you think that do you think that's like maybe good for him?
No.
Do you think it's going good for him?
I mean, he's going good for him. Do I think a person like me who's looking at policies and politics, I seen Kamala's plan. I know it doesn't make any sense, and I've seen what he said that he was going to do.
Okay.
Because he didn't really have a plan he hasn't given out a ballpoint plan of anything, but he's given. What he's basically says, like, he's coming off to me with a cocky attitude, more as if like, look, you already know what's gonna happen when I get here. This is what I'm going to change. This is what I'm going to go change. When I change this, that, and the third, things gonna fall back in order. Watch. I'm gonna put. Listen, he said he's gonna put tariffs. He's gonna raise the tariffs. Right? They said you raise the tariffs. You're gonna do that, third. He said, well, when I raised the tariffs, you didn't change it when I raised them. You actually ate off of them and did very well. And then you opened up the door to give them playoff for what I gave you. So now I'm coming back and closing and giving them more because they know what it is when it comes to me. Because I know what they're doing. You don't know what they're doing. You're politicians. I'm a businessman. So from that aspect, I'm going, I see that.
Okay.
Now, that's just one argument. But he don't have no plan. I don't like nothing about nothing he's doing with Israel either. Either one of them alone with what they're doing with Israel. Not that Israel didn't need to be supported and held down in the situation, but Israel is pushing the button. They're pushing the button to the point. Now I'm going, well, how could you be one of the most air defenses places ever, but you keep finding these little things that are happening and then you're exploding everywhere else. You're just dropping bombs on everywhere you go. Like you're actually waiting for, we know Iran has nuclear weapons. They just had a quote unquote earthquake. Could that be him testing his nuclear weapon? They had an earthquake?
Yes.
Yeah. They had tremors? No, it could be him testing his nuclear weapons. We know he has monstrous of them. And in the end, what you're asking for is, and that's why Korea's already on their shit like, well, we ready to go to war with whoever. They ain't got nothing going over there. He ain't got nothing to rule. He done dried all his people out. He got a bunch of slaves, for real. He just ready to go to war. His little young ass want to go, fat young old ass want to go to war. But see, who could go walk with him, right? Who was walking with him? Who was walking with him? It was Trump, right?
Trump and Putin.
And this little shit like that Trump is doing, that makes most people.
And Putin.
That makes well, he said that people asked him if he spoke and he didn't say, but I know I would say that too. Yes, I didn't see him walking with Putin as a new thing. Okay, see, I didn't see it, but I know definitely like he got to deal with Putin. But I think there was a recent thing about them asking if he spoke to Putin, and he said he hadn't. And so that's why I was saying that, because I'm still a little thrown off on those, dealing on time and stamps. People put up videos that be old but make them shit seem new. So even with the Kim Jong-un shit, I still was like looking, did this just happen? Like, is that a new one? Is that an old joint? But either way, when we're at a active war, you got people who think like that. She doesn't know what to do with war. You have those people that are going to think like that. And they know that too. So look, at the end of the day, for everybody that has their many different opinions, these two delegates that are fighting understand that. And that's why certain communities have certain commercials that's reached out to them way more than others. They're all campaigning. And for those little few swing states that we talk about, forget your state if you're not a swing state. If you're not a swing state, you don't count. You're already marked up. You're already a slave. Do you not understand? If your state is always what it is, a blue state, then you don't matter. Like, you're not changing. Nothing in your area, even if people don't agree with you, your community isn't changing. So go for you guys that are blue in the blue states and those are red in the red states. It's just about these swing states. That's it. It's really just about these swing states. So, right. Because people don't understand about the states, the United States of America, and how it actually works when it comes to the government. When we have our governors and all that type of stuff, and they have to go, and mayors and stuff, and they have to go speak on behalf of our state, because we're still a sovereign state, but we're in cahoots with the United States, with the government. But that's how we became the 50 states. Remember, at one time it wasn't 50 states. It was 14, it was 13, and then 14, and 15, and so on, until we got to where we're at. So as the states bought into the program of the government, is why we are where we are. But states have their own legitimate government and their own stance, and they can fight. And so, again, I don't know. I don't think Kamala is out the neck of the woods yet, because I think still at the end of the day, there are a lot of people who are like, man, I just don't like him. Like, I don't like him. Like, I think there's more people who don't like him than like him.
I don't know.
For whatever your reasons for liking or not liking him, I just think that the
I know
climate.
she was ahead in the polls.
And they're dead even. She was up 5 points.
They're dead even.
But I don't care about them polls because these are some numbers from some people that we think that are analysts who tell us what they want. But everywhere you go, there's a different poll. So I know that that's just a play game on everybody. At the end of the day, it is what it is. We're not worried about the people. Your favorite doesn't matter. It's the electoral votes. It's those electoral votes. So for every person who wants to go with Trump that's in a Democratic state, just know that you're going Democrat no matter what you feel. And if you're a Republican, and it's vice versa. It's just what it is. It's just about these swing states. That's all it's about. So hey, shout out to that.
And them swing states. Swinging.
They swinging. What else has been going on? I can't really think of anything new that's been going on. What I can say is what I've learned throughout my last week is communicating with the youth and realizing that these niggas is on drugs.
Ay, santo.
There's something wrong with our youth in poverty areas, gangs and stuff, like the mix. They are lacking educational nutrition on a high level. Like they don't know the basic things. Even when it comes to hip hop, they're not even in hip hop like that. They just know what they know, and then they don't know that. Like they just have information and don't know how to bring any type of understanding from it, no comprehension from it. It's like they know things, but they can't comprehend. Like I talk to these kids and they'll turn around. I'll talk to a kid, he'll ask me a situation. I'll give him a breakdown of the coulds and the what if and what ifs on both sides. Like, bro, you can do this, but this is what can happen. This is this, that, and third. I think there's other ways to handle things. I always believe in that. Like sometimes you gotta get your ass whooped. All right, so don't get me twisted. If certain things, I'll be like, I just go, I agree. Just leave it at it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time I try to like keep something dobby, but like just having regular conversations with them, and then like almost on an everyday basis, I gotta talk to people about the same exact thing that we talked about yesterday.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting it. Like you're hearing it. You're getting it to the point. You know what it is? I'm not gonna say they're not getting it. They get it to the point to call me. So I know you're getting it because now you're calling me.
But do you
in my brain, I'm going.
it?
But if you're calling me, you already know. But I'm blessed, and I want to do this. I'm thankful for that they look for my understanding of something before they move, right? But to me, after 6 or 7 months, some things that you should already know. Like when you come to me, I'm like looking at you sideways, like we ain't talked about this already. To the point where you start feeling like you're getting played on a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I know that I'm not, but it can give you that feeling like, come on, bro. But I don't know. I guess that's what it's called. But to me, that's giving back and loving the youth. Giving back what I can. That's how I do it. But I don't know. It's over?
No. Just don't be no boo-boo. The cool.
Huh? What you mean?
It's all over your head.
Well, I mean, I'm talking. You ain't saying anything. If you haven't said anything, cut me off whenever you're ready. Please. Take over.
It's your show, first of all.
You know what I'm saying? I talk on your show.
Yeah, but I tell you, I run my show, and you're running yours. I'm letting you run yours.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay, I like that. Okay, I can't wait till Thursday.
Neither can I.
All right. Yeah, but anyway, where's the remote at? Where's my thing?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this short because if there's no participation in the conversation, it's always to waste my time and waste yours. So this is what we're doing today. We're out of here. I did my part. If you guys was here, if you like what I said, you heard it. Hey, you didn't give me a thumb up. You didn't give me anything. So hey, I'm not saying anything. I'm just going. It's time to go to bed. So now it's time to say goodnight to all my Negro friends. Love you guys. It's P.O.E.